Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. 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 If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. How will we deal with this? To be continued, so that's not the end of the line. But I've got more to do before I get the end of the line. "29 hours I've been playing." Yep, not the end of the line. That still makes me think I can go back there. Does it depend on one of the doors I choose? Oh, maybe if I go straight to the crew quarters, I get there before she commits suicide. I'll go to the pantry first. Might as well try the pantry. I set off at a dead run. Alice, Tenmyuji, and Dio searched this room. Empty. She's not here. We need to find her quick, or she's gonna do something bad. If what I just saw was a vision of the future, I've got to hurry. I searched every corner of floor B. She was nowhere to be seen. This just goes back to finding her dead. No need to save it. Only one option to go. Crew quarters. What about the crew quarters? Yeah. That has to be it. I set off at a dead run. The moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight for the door to the number 2 room. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. We've got her before she done it. That's what I was doing wrong. I was going to the other rooms first. Alice, so you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands had the scalpel like I'd caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel.
No. I need it to get this bracelet off.
Huh?
Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops.
Yes. She's so obsessed of getting the bracelet off, she's willing to die to get it off. Or the virus makes her feel that way.
So I just have to...
Stop! Before I even finished the word, I was running. I grabbed both her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest.
No! Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Knock it off! With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. I'd apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly, it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you all right? Alice, say something. There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed she'd only passed out. What am I supposed to do now? Oh man. Maybe the infirmary. It's got all those medical things. Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off toward the infirmary.
All right, please pay attention, everyone.
I was still in that box, so whether there's another spot we can fail this or...
You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's.
Yep.
She has also been infected with Radical 6.
Fire had called everyone else back after I'd brought Alice to the infirmary. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no.
Should have been 6 sets because Quark is sleeping, Alice is sleeping, and Luna's the one telling them. That's 3 of them. There's only 6 of them left.
No! What's going to happen to her? Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. It's a special antiviral treatment. Whether or not there's any around here, though. No! No! Oh, Alice! I don't want you to die! Please! Please don't die! I don't want to be alone! Don't die!
Clover wrapped her arms around Alice's unconscious body and began to sob. None of us had the heart to pull her off, so all we could do was stand and watch uncomfortably.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think we should get back to the warehouse.
What about Alice and Quark?
I guess we're just gonna have to leave them behind.
No! I'm not leaving!
Clover?
I'm staying here! Like heck, I'm gonna leave Alice all alone! She's going to be fine. I gave her some Soparil. She'll just be sleeping like Quark. I don't care! I just want to stay with her. She shouldn't have to be all by herself.
Everything's coming up Sigma, huh?
What?
What a lucky, lucky man you are.
Oh, you're thinking we're gonna go betray. Which, honestly, to start with, I will be.
You two are gonna be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are gonna be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are you saying I'm gonna choose betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do that.
Is that so?
Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner, and she'll be in the AB room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up, Luna.
Well, actually I was planning to let you make the decision.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Shut up.
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all 3 of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
Can't do that. Nope. Doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Here. Take a look at this. I pulled the scrap of paper we'd found out of my pocket.
Huh? What's this?
We found it when we went through the archives.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
I guess I only put one in the archives. Whatever. I'll just read it for you. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalised. In other words, one person out of every colour group of 3 has to vote. Get it? The whole team can't abstain.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
We all know Dio's way. So Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means if Dio picks betray,
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier?
basically.
No way am I gonna choose betray.
And why's that?
You do know her BP's at 1, right?
Didn't stop you against me.
What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I wouldn't put it past you.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room, too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all 3 of us.
Nope.
That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me.
Yep.
Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Yeah, it wouldn't be an accident, it would be murder.
Oh! Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
What?
You're staying too?
Yeah. If something does happen, Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out. That means Kay would get to decide with this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me,
Yes.
even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
Does she have 1?
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Had something happened between Fi and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Come on, we need to hurry.
All right, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off. I gave one last quick nod to Fi and Clover before heading back to the warehouse at a dead run. I'm curious to see if that box has moved in the flowchart. No, it's still there. I'm wondering if it will change to that or stay as that coloured book once we pass this square. Everybody ready? I'm going to open the AB gate. Although, I guess that doesn't really matter. Dio already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Two more AB gates slid open. We all shared one last look and at each other before ducking into our respective rooms.
Two minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the Nonary game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Huh?
There's something white on it.
There's what? What? What the hell is this? For the first time since I'd found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. For a moment, I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something similar. But the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand. It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? Yeah. This is taking a turn, hasn't it, Spud? Now welcome in, Spud. I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. So I've jumped back to this one and we've gone past that point into there. But this line here, we were against Dio. We found some of the cure for Radical 6, which Quark has. And Dio stole it from us to blackmail us to say ally. Sigma, my character, was down to 1 BP. So it was kind of Dio saying, you go ally and you'll get the antizen back. Or the cure back. You go betray, I will destroy the cure. So basically saying, if we betrayed him, he would let Quark die. But if we went ally, there was a good chance he would kill us. Because my BP would drop below 0 and you get penalised for that. So that's the only one I've gone both options for the end. Going betray, indeed he smashes the cure and it ends. Going ally though, he betrayed us, we got to -1 BP, we got injected by the Soparol to put us to sleep, but we resisted it and made him pass over the cure. Excelivir, that's the one. We resisted, forced him to hand over the Excelivir as he was opening the number 9 door. And that's basically where it's ended as to be continued. So, do we die or not? Not sure yet. I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly, I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you alright?
It is a bit of a weird way, isn't it, Spud? I can only think that by having Dio blackmail us for the one time that we do vote against him is forcing the player to switch their choices around. Because I was always, right up until that point, I was gonna go betray everyone first, because that's the worst option, except for Dio, I'll ally first. But then this blackmail came into it, and I thought, can I really betray Dio and kill Quark as a better option? So yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it. It sounded even stupider as I said it.
Really?
So what happened here was we went back, and at that spot I had the option of going to different rooms to look for Alice. Going straight to the crew quarters, we got there before she committed suicide and stopped her. But in the process of stopping her, we cut our hand. And that's why we're thinking it should have been blood. Where's the blood? Why is it white? Yeah.
But
Just shut up. It's fine, alright? I'm fine. Leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong. Very wrong. And my head was spinning.
Sigma...
Oh man. I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. I took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down, just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand. Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Thanks for the hydrate there, Pickles. Done.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But I am going back to my old decisions of betraying first, coming back to ally later. I haven't done this one yet, so betray.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
Why?
I didn't have an answer for her. All I could think about was that white liquid. What was it? Some kind of discharge? Blood? No, it couldn't be blood. Blood wasn't white. That was insane. I was lost in thought when Luna spoke.
I'm going to the infirmary.
Huh? Don't you want to see the results?
Why?
Yeah, we already know ours.
I already know what they're going to be.
For us, yep. Her usually warm personality seemed to have gone cold. Whether it was because I'd chosen betray or because she'd noticed that something was wrong with my body, I couldn't say.
Excuse me.
And with that, she was gone. That was a horrible one to do betray with too, because our partner didn't vote, so we know they went ally. I turned back to the projection. With heavy steps, I headed toward Kei, Dio, and Tenryuji.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Good. Of course, I'm the only one that won't betray. Posture check, thank you. There we go.
Points have been assigned or subtracted.